guys, I'm Lana Condor. I'm here talking all things Coyote v. Acme, and we're here on Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy.
Wake up, Juju. Time to go to work. All right, can we talk about wake up, I get it, I get it, wake up, I get it, I go with everyone saying I'm up next. It's not my fault that the vocals are gold, that making the haters so upset. My life is a movie, the way that I roll. They saying I'm goofy, but baby, you know I'm making everybody upset. Cause we the best, how we get wrecked, and I know we gonna get bread, we gonna get bread. We're gonna get bread, we're gonna get bread. We're gonna get bread, we're gonna get bread.
What's up, everybody? It's Juju Green, aka Straw Hat Goofy, your movie guy, and I'm here with Lana Condor, here to talk about Coyote versus Acme.
All the things.
All the things.
And by the way, you're my favorite.
No.
You are.
Really?
You are, really. I actually watched your trailer review of Coyote versus
Really?
Acme. Yes, and I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it.
Oh, see, this is so great because I love you. I think you're amazing, and I think you're so sweet.
We're old colleagues. Really.
We're old colleagues.
We're
Listen,
movie stars together.
Let them know. I'm not like as big on it. I'm gonna just say this. I'll just say this. Well, okay, for those of you guys listening and those who didn't see the Pretty Lethal episode, we were in a movie together.
Yeah.
We're co-stars.
Yeah.
And Ruby Gillman, Teenage Kraken.
And you were a scene stealer, my friend.
Was I?
You were.
I tried my best.
I
Listen.
was like, dang, we need more gym teacher. Bring him back.
Give me
Bring
like a
him on the
spin-off.
adventure.
Give me a spin-off on Peacock.
You're just like, you have like your snorkel and you're trying really hard to like swim after
Listen,
us.
I am so down. I will like get in the booth right now. I will give you like my like best.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing.
I will go full method.
Booked.
Put me in the dunk tank.
I believe it. I have a book. You've been cast.
I would say I milked that for every bit it was worth.
Yeah.
I milked that. I was like, listen, I'm on the
star.
call. I'm a star. I'm on the call sheet.
I'm Ruby Gillman.
I really did.
Teenage Kraken.
I like snuck into the Getty photo with everybody.
Oh yeah.
I was like, hey guys, can I join in this
I mean,
as well?
people were very excited. People love you.
Listen,
okay?
First off, it's you.
Remember, you're a world champion.
I'm a world champion. Let's not forget that. Okay, thank you. See, you hype me up, and I'm gonna hype you up because you're not only in Coyote versus Acme, you're also in The Devil's Mouth as well.
That just came out.
Girl, you are working.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired. This is how much trust me, I'm a huge fan because they were like, hey, there's the pod. And I was like, I can't. And then I was like, I will. I'm pretty tired.
I'm very happy that I got you out of bed to be here today. You don't look tired. You look great. You're in high spirits.
Okay.
Like when I heard that you were coming, I said, because we also have a Q&A and a screening that I'm hosting later on today. And we just had Eric in here as well.
Oh,
just missed him.
Did he perform for you?
He performed.
And I mean, was it the most amazing experience of your life?
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I was like, I am so jealous of the people who get to hear this like at home because they just hear a bunch of voices just like talking to each other.
Totally.
And I said, I want this to be my life. Like, just like, I mean, it is my life, but
it
like,
is.
I was like, I just want him like to be around me all the
All the
time.
time.
Cause he just does it subconsciously now. You know,
Right.
It's just subconscious to
Totally.
him. Like he'll just slip into it and then slip out. And he's got the straight face like,
Right. It's like almost like, do you even know you're doing it?
I don't think he does.
We premiered Coyote versus Acme, or I don't know if premiere was the right word, but the first like official big fan screening was at San Diego Comic-Con a couple weeks ago, or I guess 2 weeks.
Oh my God,
ago.
it was 2 weeks. Was Comic-Con 2 weeks ago now?
Like I think it was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh
yeah.
my God. You're right. Last week. It
Yeah,
was,
or last week.
What
God,
is
well,
time?
there.
What is time? I know.
Hello.
Because I did just come back from Comic-Con as well. Yeah.
Right. And we screened the film for the first time for the fans. And I mean, we'll get into it. It was the most awesome, rewarding experience. We can get into that. But one of the things that was just so awesome was Eric was introducing the film. And there was like a moment where there was like a little bit of a hiccup in the way that we were like starting the presentation of the film, and like we were all kind of panicking, like, oh my god, like how do we make this better? And he just like took the mic off screen, like the cast was like hiding, off stage, and we were gonna walk on and present the film, and we were like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And he just took the mic and he just started improving, and he just started speaking, and I think he did.
Of course.
I think it was Daffy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one it was, but he just jumped in and just started speaking. And I was like, dang, you are the coolest person in the whole wide world. The amount of joy that you get to bring to everyone random people at random parts of the day is amazing.
And we talked about that because he was doing the voice, and every time he did a voice, and I can't wait to watch this podcast back, this smile would like just unintentionally happen on my face. It's like involuntary.
It's like he taps into that inner child in a way that totally involuntary.
He called it out too while it was happening.
Really?
He said, "See, you're smiling," but like I was like, "Am I? I'm sorry."
I'm sorry.
Oh my God! It's just when you do it, like I just can't help it. Totally. Like and so I feel, and he kind of likened it to like holy water, how like he like throws it and it purifies everybody. And I think that's the realest way to say it, because he could just walk into a crowd, do a voice, and immediately people just start smiling. They get giddy. That inner child comes out, and I'm just like, bro, that is a gift.
It is a gift. Absolutely, yeah, it's an absolute gift. Totally, I don't have that gift, but I
listen. I've seen your work.
I have some gifts.
I've seen you have a few gifts. You got quite a few gifts, but you're also a pretty ace voice actor as well.
Hey, thanks.
And so I want to say, like, working with Eric and like getting to know Eric and seeing how he does these things, was there a moment where you realized there's levels to this, like to this whole voice acting thing?
I find voice acting much harder than, I don't know what you would call
like physical acting. Like I guess there's physical acting and voice acting too, but I would say live action performance.
Yes. And I think it's like, I remember the first time, I don't know what my first voice acting job was. It might have been Rilakama and Kaoru. I dubbed the English version of Rilakama and Kaoru, which was like, that was very strange because there's like such a specific like intonation of kind of Japanese like anime, and so to kind of try and bring that into an American speaking dialect was very difficult. So you did a lot of like like all these like woo, so that was I just found that very difficult, and then I kept doing it because truthfully I do love voice animation, and I think it's a very fun thing to do. Like I think it's harder, and I like that challenge. I didn't realize how much I personally as a performer depend on my facial expressions to get things across. I didn't realize that until I got into the booth and I didn't have that. And then I was like, oh wow, like really truly I have to only focus on my voice to tell a story. And that was different. But it was so much fun, and like I hope to do more of that. But to answer fully your question, Eric, he is the pro. So like it's like you can't even compare. Like what he can do is unreal. So I just like, when he works, I just sit back and clap. I just sit back and clap.
Do the Shia LaBeouf clap,
or like with Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. That's what I'm gonna do at the premiere for this. I'm just gonna do the Nicole Kidman clap every time I hear him speak. But you have an amazing voice. Like you do. Like I love your cadence. I love the how excited you get. I love the way you kind of like switch like what's the word I'm looking for? Timbre.
Oh yeah.
Timbre
sounds
or
right.
tone. Like it sounds right. Right. I don't know what I'm talking about, but like like obviously working with you on Ruby Gillman, I was just kind of like, wow, this really feels like a person that like is a believable teenager in this type of sense, right?
Totally.
And so like I can see the passion that you have for this. And when I think about, voice acting, I love voice actors who are able to use their whole bodies when it comes to the vocal performance. It's almost like, did you see the Michael movie yet?
No, but that's on my list. I heard it's amazing.
It's pretty good.
Okay,
it's pretty good. The performances is pretty good.
Okay.
I got thoughts. Anyway,
we're
not going to talk about this movie. But there's a moment in the movie where like young Michael is like singing the song and like he can't like stop like moving.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Barry Gordy is like, no, it's Quincy Jones. He says, hey Mike, you're moving too much. You got to like stop because you're moving away from the mic and doing these type of things.
Yeah.
But some of the best vocal performances that I've seen behind the scenes wise, their bodies are fully like into it. They use the facial expressions, and you can feel it in the vocal performances.
Totally.
Like one of my favorite. And I just think the show needs to get a lot of credit just for everything that has to do with sound, whether it's like vocal, audio, like sound mixing, whatever, is Invincible. I don't know if you've watched the Invincible show yet.
I have not.
It is one of the best vocally acted like things that I've ever heard. Invincible.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Are you familiar with it at all? So it is a Prime Video original animated series. It's based off of the Robert Kirkman comic book, who also did The Walking Dead and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's about superheroes. And it's about this superhero whose father is basically the Superman of the world. And he's basically come of age, and now he's got his powers. So now he's trying to make his way. But the show is extremely brutal. It's like very, very brutal of a show. And it doesn't use brutality in a sense of like, oh, we're just trying to shock people.
Yeah.
Not like The Boys. I love The Boys, but not in that way.
Uh-huh.
But it's the stakes of the brutality. Like when they get hurt, you're like,
And
oh,
you
feel
it.
that, right? And like,
Yeah.
again, a big part of that is the sound design, hearing like the bone crunching.
It's
when
so
he's like,
good.
It's so visceral. But what I'm really impressed with, again, is the voice acting. Like Jillian, I want to say, look this up. I think it's Jillian Jacobs who plays Adam Eve, who she was in Community as well. I think her name is Jacobs. Gillian Jacobs. She is phenomenal in the show. Her and Stephen
I'm literally
Yeun.
gonna watch this when I get home.
Watch it. Really pay attention to just how authentic the voices are in that, right?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't feel curated at all. You could really feel like they're sitting in front of each other, not like they filmed like outside of like, like different days or anything like that.
That's something that like
Yeah.
I have not had the pleasure of experiencing yet in my career, where I get to voice act when other actors are also in the room with me. So like for Ruby Gillman, like I was alone for all of that, really. I didn't work opposite another actor like in the room. And like, oh God, I would love, I hope that if I am blessed enough to be able to continue to do animation, I would love to be able to experience what it's like to do animation with all the other actors there. I can't imagine how exciting and like fulfilling that would feel as an artist.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've never been able to have that experience before. But I've seen videos and I love it.
It looks good. It looks good. It
like
looks
the original Toy Story. There's a video of the original Toy Story.
Yes, with Tim Allen and Tom Hanks like hanging out.
Oh my God! And you're like, oh yeah.
That's why that works. You're like, this is why whenever you are a toy, like he 100%. Told this to his face.
Yeah.
That's why you feel it. That's why you feel the anger and the frustration.
I know. Oh, I hope.
Listen, we'll cross your fingers. We'll cross your fingers. Now, I do have a question now because, like, obviously Eric provides a lot of voices in this movie, and you're obviously a live action character in it. You're human, right? And I do want to get into like the mechanics of like working with a Looney Tunes kind of like world, like similar to Roger Rabbit. But I believe you told my friend Perry at Comic-Con that there was like a puppet that you guys used.
Yes.
There was a puppeteer that you guys used for Wile E. Coyote. Was that on set and rehearsal, or was that?
Absolutely. So we were so lucky. We got to work with the iconic, legendary Dave Barclay, who is. He's an icon puppet master. He did, the original Jabba the Hutt. Like he did,
so cool.
in Little Shop of Horrors, the plant. Like he's just like an icon, right?
Yeah.
And so what he did was he designed this full-size Wile E. Coyote puppet. I don't know, I would say he was like about like 3.5 feet or something like that. And then Dave, he wore his full green suit, and then he puppeted Wile E during blocking and during rehearsals, and really brought Wile E to life. He really showed us like in rehearsals. I think with like this hybrid film, I think we got so lucky because the script is so great that like we didn't really need to improv that much because the script was great. But also when you do this kind of hybrid filmmaking, it's a little technical, right? So like you kind of have to really lock in during rehearsal, and like it's not like we're having to memorize each move, but like there is very much
there's like a choreography to it.
Yes,
a little bit,
and like we're working with things that aren't there, so we're a little bit not confined, but we kind of have to stay a little bit in our lane, like so. But having Wile E physically there with us, and getting to see how he moves throughout the room, getting to see how he feels about what you're saying to him, because he could absolutely use his face, and it was actually pretty expressive.
Oh, wow.
And Dave Barclay, he stayed in character the entire time, so like he wouldn't speak to us, like even in the green room, Wile E would have a chair for himself. Like we treated him like a real actor, and I think it was just like because it felt real to us. So he was, he had a director's chair and everything, but Dave, he embodied Wile E, and that was so helpful because and then of course we use tennis balls and stuff like that for eye lines, but. It was my first time getting to work with puppets. Well, he was the only puppet, but it was amazing and so cool.
Was he the only like Looney Tune who had a puppet, or were there multiple puppets for multiple characters? Because I know Foghorn Leghorn is also a big presence.
So Foghorn Leghorn is acted by an incredible artist. Like he's a real person did that. And God, I forget his name. I'm such an ass. But he's incredible, and he is truly like getting to film anything with him was like being in theater. Like he was just so and he's also the actor was also really tall as well.
Right.
too.
Because you gotta. I mean, you gotta be taller than John Cena because he's like
you have
towering
to, and you have
over
to be
him.
like physically just like so like scary. And that actor was incredible. So we had some actors playing some of the cartoons. Then we had some of the cartoons. We just had tennis balls, and then but I think the only true like puppet was Wile.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to see this puppet. Like I gotta.
I
see
know.
it.
I'm like, where is it? I hope we get to see it too. I loved it.
Bring him to the premiere.
I think so. That would be very cool. I remember the first day that I met Wile. I went to. I know. I'm like talking
He's a person.
He's a person. But I remember the first day I met Wile. It was my first day on set, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to meet Wile?" And I was like, "What do you mean? That's stupid." And they're like, "No, like Wile's here." And I was like, "What? Oh my god!" And I walked into Dave Barclay's puppet office.
It's like his puppet trove.
Madhouse almost, and there's limbs everywhere hanging from
that's
everything.
creepy.
But I was like, this is like how fun for you that you this is your job.
Yeah.
He
gets to play. You build and play.
You build and play, and that's amazing.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
And I'm now very hyper fixating on seeing this puppet. I hope I get to see this Wile E. Coyote, especially knowing that he was as expressive as he is. So it's almost like you are acting against like a scene partner in this type of sense. And so what I usually ask when it comes to these type of movies is like, how is it acting against something that's not physically there, like the tennis balls and stuff like that? And like usually the answer is just like acting. I'm an actor.
Yeah.
However, I'm gonna twist this a little bit because I'm a big Love Is Blind fan.
Okay.
I love Love Is Blind.
Okay.
Right? I've watched like 5 seasons of it. I'm super obsessed with it. And the thing that always interests me about that is that there's the emotional connection that's like really, really strong because you can't see them yet.
I see where you're going.
And then you get to the physical connection, and then there's like a little recalibration of like, I know you're someone that I'm in love with, that I like care about so much, but this physical thing needs to catch up to that. So there's almost like a herky jerk type of, okay, are we doing this? Are we not? Like, and I wonder if it's the same thing acting wise, where like, obviously when you have someone in front of you, you get to play off of them, you get to feed off of them. But when there's nothing there to feed off of, you literally have to create it in your imagination.
I feel like you're like going insane.
Like how much of a disconnect is that? And how much do you have to like catch up to like, oh, this tennis ball is somebody in my head that's real, I love
that comparison with Love Is Blind. I never thought about it that way. I think, God, I mean, what I will say is, no matter how like confident like Will or I or any of the actors felt in a scene or whatever, it will never ever compare to when you finally get to see it on the screen. Mm-hmm. So like we had a sort of idea what this film was going to look like, but when so much of this movie is green screen and all these things, you're kind of going in a little blind. You're kind of like, well, I'm hoping that we're seeing in our mind's eye the same thing, but I don't know for sure. So there is a level of like, when we saw it for the first time, there was a level of me being like, oh my God. I was in a scene with blank, no spoilers, but like it like hit me honestly on the back end, being like, oh wow, like, yeah, I guess there really was no one here because of how shocked and happy and in awe I was when I finally got to see the product. Yeah, I mean, I hate to give you the same answer that they're all giving you, but it's at the end of the day, it's acting.
It's
right?
acting,
and I think something that's so fun. Yeah, and like, when you go to acting school or you go to, theater camp or whatever, like so much of that is you put on plays or you put on scenes in a black box, like with like this studio is but if nothing was in it, right? And you're trying to show you're building the world for the audience. And so it was similar to that. And you just have to believe like you might look a little insane. But you have to believe that you're in good hands. And the truth of the matter is Dave Green, our director, is so brilliant, and there is no one that has worked harder on this film than Dave.
Yeah.
Full stop. I believe that with my whole gut, and he's someone that like you have full trust in him. So it's like any time that I was acting or I felt maybe like I'm a little confused, like what exactly am I supposed to be seeing in my mind's eye? Dave has already thought about it, and he's thought about it 100 times. So he has the answers. And so getting to work with someone like that, it's invaluable. You don't have too many questions. And even when things are hard, he really helps you, guides you through it. So.
Yeah, I think it's really underrated just how hard it is to get a movie like this right. Yeah. Right? We go back to Roger Rabbit. Like, Robert Zemeckis accomplished something that was just truly not only did he combine live action with animation so flawlessly that it became a classic just off of the strength of that, right? And so, like, David Green, like, you got to give hats off to him because what I think about a lot, and I think a lot of people, especially like everyone listening at home, is it takes a lot to make a movie. And what I mean by that is that every department who works on a movie only sees the movie from that lens. Oh, yeah. Right? And they're hoping that what they're contributing is like a great part to something that's even better. Yeah. Right? And so the only people who will see all of it is the director, is the producer. Totally. So like you really got to put a lot of trust into him, especially for something like this, to be like, oh yeah, this is working. Yes, I see the vision, and it's like a lot of trust that goes into that. Totally. So it's crazy.
Totally. I mean, one example is like, I'm trying not to do spoilers, but there's a scene where we go to the carrot farm. I the entire time was under the impression that I was acting opposite Elmer Fudd. Okay. So like I spent that entire scene not knowing what was happening in front of me and like being shocked at
that is
screening.
Not Elmer Fudd.
I was shocked at the screening. I'm like, oh, here we go. Can't wait to see Elmer Fudd. And then I was like, why you do me like that?
Wait, did you say this out loud, or like did people? Oh, she's not gonna see this.
I don't know how it even happened. Because truly, like, I read the script, I read the call sheet, but I think they might have tricked. Maybe it was a spoiler.
Maybe
and
they
were
changed
just like,
it
Lana is loud. Don't tell her. But I was shocked. Imagine my shock and awe and surprise. But to your point, yeah, there's so much that all these departments, we really, and in the acting department, we really only see what, we feel.
Right.
Action and cut, and then everything else is like, well. We'll see.
It's in God's hands now. It's in David's hands now. Like, we'll see. Yeah. And like again, I'm so glad you're saying this because this is something I really want people to really understand when it comes to making anything. Yeah. Is that it's truly a collaborative effort. Yes. And to make something great is a miracle.
Oh
right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And let it be so clear that like, Will and Dave Green has worked on this project 100 times longer and more than Will and I and John and all the other actors in this film. Like he has spent his so long doing this. Every waking minute, every detail thought about. He has spent an unlimited amount of time making this what it is. And like that's a whole other like I sometimes sit back and I'm like I think I have the easy job. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to think that. Like, you guys have a hard job, too. Don't get me wrong. But when you do say you guys come in, you do the scenes for a couple, I don't know how long the shoot was. I'm going to assume a couple of months.
Yeah,
you come
like
in, you do that.
Months,
But he's been on it for years.
Oh, yeah. And he was on it, I believe, for a very long time before, too. Because they storyboarded it completely out. Fully before even any of the actors were involved.
And see, shout out to Dave Green, man. Like,
shout out. I'm his biggest fan.
Yeah, no. Like honestly, like watching this, it's the closest to Roger Rabbit that I feel like a lot of the live action movies get. Because like live action hybrids are, again, super hard to do. Yeah. And I feel like if you want to put a Mount Rushmore on it, you could put, and I'm not going to include Coyote. I'm not going to include Coyote versus Acme yet. I'm not going to do it yet. Don't put me on the spot like that yet. But I will say, like, it's Mary Poppins. Ooh. Right? Ooh. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I will put Space Jam in there as well, the original Space Jam. Okay. And then maybe Coyote versus Acme could go on there as well. However, steep competition.
Yeah.
It's steep competition because I gotta like really like give myself like some true thought to this.
Yeah.
I really like the Chippendale Rescue Rangers like movie. Have you not seen that?
No. I've been so deep in Silo. Like,
Yeah.
I'm late to the game, so I
okay.
just started Silo this weekend.
Ooh, okay.
And I
I still need to start that.
binged
but
it,
I
so
hear
I'm
it's
deep
great.
there, so I'm not watching literally anything
Okay.
like that.
Well, this is my job, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah.
like and also I was a big Chip and Dale fan. And so it's I will say there is a lot of comparisons you can make. Not a lot, but like just the way they treat their characters in Coyote versus Acme and Chip and Dale, right?
Oh, really?
It's very Roger Rabbit-esque where this is the first time in a Looney Tunes live action hybrid movie where the characters aren't being brought into the world of the Looney Tunes where it's like a separate thing. They exist within the same plane, right? Which means that the Looney Tunes themselves are just like you and me.
Yeah.
Everyone just acknowledges that they're just a little bit wackier than the average human, right? And so Chip and Dale has that same thing.
Okay.
They're fully acknowledging that like, oh, Chip and Dale are movie stars, they're TV stars who had a hit show called Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. And it's very clever. One of the funniest twists of the movie, it's in the beginning. Chip is 3D animated. Like he's fully 3D CG, and then Dale is still 2D animated. And the reason why is because like when their careers started going downhill, Chip decided to get 3D animation surgery in order to keep up with the time. So it's that type of metaness that I feel Coyote versus Acme also accomplishes very, very well because you have this whole like storyline of like, oh, Wile E. Coyote fails because Acme has been screwing him up this whole time. There's this big conspiracy around it. And I think that's so clever of a way into like this story, these characters and these things. Like I was talking to Eric about this. I said it used my years and years and years of watching Wile E. Coyote fail over and over and over again. Like on a level as a child, you go, oh, I can't wait to see how he fails this time. But as you get older, you go, why doesn't he win not one time? Not once. Like, you start to feel sorry for him a little bit.
Well, hot take. That's how I kind of feel about Squidward.
Honestly,
I'm like, dang. I have an even hotter take, which is a crazy thing to say.
Oh, please hit me with it.
This is insane. But I personally think that Squidward is the star of SpongeBob. Here's why.
Here's why.
Because
I love it.
In every single episode, Squidward is the one that is going through something.
Yes.
He's the one that has a full arc. He is the one that is suffering. His entire belief system gets crushed and ripped from him, and he has to like go through this entire always in every episode. Wow. And like SpongeBob and Patrick are like
la-di-da all day.
La-di-da, and they're like just here for the vibes and bringing the good energy. But he's the one that's really going through it.
Oh my gosh. I'm realizing this every single episode is Squidward who learned something.
But he goes through it in the same way that Wiley does. And I think that's what's so fun about this movie too, is it's like, and even like in press, we've gotten some questions of like, wait, so like we like Wiley now. And we're like, yes, he's misunderstood.
He's so misunderstood.
He's
got to eat. He's just trying to eat.
He's just trying to eat.
That's literally his only goal.
By the way, same. I'm so hungry. I'm just trying to eat. He's a simple guy, and he's beaten down just because he wants a little chicken.
We're going to demonize him just because he wants some chicken? Yeah. We eat chicken every day. We get our chicken. And yet he's trying.
He's trying.
His best.
By the way, it hurts him.
Every single time.
I think something that I didn't know, honestly, until watching the film was I was like, is this going to, are we going to sense that he is in physical pain? Or are they going to animate it in a way where it's like, oh, maybe it doesn't really hurt them. Maybe it's just an
he hurts for the moment he gets back up. Yeah, it's all part of the DNA.
One of my favorite frames of this movie is it's like right in the beginning. It's after kind of like the opening sequence and the opening credits, and Wiley has just gone through it, and you see him dragging his body to his home.
He has a
amazing
home. He has a home.
By the way,
yes.
To his home, and he sits there, and there's this one frame of, and his eyes are like sunken down, and there's this one frame where Wiley just like very slowly looks to the left, and then very slowly looks to the right. And he's like bloodshot, and you really feel for him. That's the first time that I feel for him, because I'm like, oh my God, You are in pain.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Everything that happens to you hurts, and it's taking a lot out of you. Yes, you still wake up every single day and you keep trying, but it's taking a huge physical and mental toll on you. And my husband actually, he said he was like, they really humanized Coyote in that moment because like it was like such a true depression, like eye movement that like, I don't know. I just love those details of our film because you really care for him.
I do want to say this too because there is a slightly different animation style to the Looney Tunes than we're used to. Like this has like the cell animation.
Sure.
And
what do you mean by that?
Like it's almost like slightly 3D, not fully 3D, and not slightly CGI. But there's 3 dimensions to them that you can kind of see and feel. And so when it comes to 2D animation, like obviously you can have like those expressive moments, but the 2D animation doesn't necessarily let us see like those subtle like facial tics of like the slow look over here because that in turn makes us see him as like a real person existing in this 3D space.
Absolutely.
So like if he was 2D, we'll probably just see him go flip flop and it doesn't, we see that he's looking and we see that he's feeling something, but it doesn't necessarily register as like this slow like
weighted
like a weighted type of thing, right?
Totally.
And so I feel like in that it's a great shot. I remember the shot that you're talking about because again it's that moment where you just kind of go, I'm going to say this, it's going to sound crazy.
Do it.
Wile E. Coyote is kind of Batman.
Whoa.
He's low-key Batman in that moment.
He does wear
he wears the suit. Like I think Dave Green knows this, right? Because like he goes back to the Batcave. He has this one singular goal. He goes to the Batcave. He has this one singular goal. He's got the gizmos. He's got the gadgets. And he tries to accomplish this one goal, either save Gotham or get Wile E. Coyote. Oh my God. Willis might be Robin.
Robin? Can I be the Batmobile?
You're the Batmobile?
I'll be the vehicle. I'll be the inanimate object.
Wait a minute. Okay. No, you're the Batmobile.
Perfect.
You're the vehicle. Let's go. But I just made this realization as you were talking about him in this like sense because I'm like, he has this one thing that he's trying to accomplish. It doesn't matter if it kills him or not. He's like, I'm going to keep at it every single day. And then when we really think about it, the Roadrunner, he's kind of the Joker. And the Batman-Joker relationship.
You're really getting deep.
We cooking right now.
We are cooking.
We're really cooking.
Things are happening.
Ooh, here, we're going to go deep. Okay, let me cook. Have you seen the Lego Batman movie?
I have.
Okay.
But I'm not like,
Listen, I'm going to refresh you. I'm going to refresh you. So remember the moment where it's Batman. It's at the very beginning. It's Batman. It's Joker. It's at the beginning. It's Joker and Batman, and they're kind of like holding on to each other. And Joker's about to escape, and Joker's like saying like, "Oh, we're gonna do this again, Batman.
Whoa.
Like we're gonna like I'm your biggest villain." Like, and he goes like, "No, you're not." And there's this moment where he goes, "Nobody's important. They're like you're not important to me." No one is. And the whole arc of that movie is that it's the relationship between Batman and Joker and how they somewhat need each other, and that this is a tried and true relationship, and that is Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner. They both give each other purpose, which, no spoilers, it's touched on in this movie.
Do you feel so smart right now?
I do.
Do you feel like the smartest person because you did that?
I kind of
Good for you.
You see what I'm saying, though?
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying, though?
And I'm so proud of you and happy for you.
Thank you so much.
You're amazing.
Listen, he's running around here. He's cackling at his pain. I'm like, he has Joker behavior.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And that when he gets boinked
the
one
boop.
time, the boop, and the little kind of smile is a little freaky.
He's like, I could talk about this like particular subject all day because again, the humanization of Wile E. Coyote was something I was not 100% expecting, but I should have.
Right.
Because like again, like I've watched him fail every Saturday morning for my entire childhood, and I was like, no, wait, this is Acme's fault.
Yes.
He deserves compensation.
He's
a victim. Like he's the only like I mean, I don't want to say like Elmer Fudd should get compensation as well because you're trying to kill a rabbit. Like maybe pump the brakes on that.
Sure. I mean, that's a whole other
another thing. I think Bugs could sue him. Wait a minute.
Stop
I just caught it.
Oh my God.
Rabbit hole.
You're welcome.
She did that.
She did that.
I did that.
You ate carrots with that.
That was amazing.
You did that.
My work here is done, so we're good.
This is it. But I could talk about these Looney Tunes all day. But let me on that note, I feel like the Looney Tunes are such like stalwarts in like pop culture, but they're the rare stalwarts that's like when you see them, you know them, you love them. Like I go to Six Flags as much as I can. They're incredible, iconic. But then they have like these lulls and like appearances.
Yeah.
You know, like they'll go like a full like 4 to 5 year stretch.
They appear when they want to.
When they want
okay?
to. They're like Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah.
they're like Gandalf, you know? They're never late. Nor are they early.
I cannot believe that you have single-handedly, within the last 5 minutes, compared Wile to not only Batman, but also Gandalf the Grey. So that's incredible. And, you know, I think that's a phenomenal promo for this film. If you love Batman.
If you love Gandalf.
If you love Gandalf.
And you love Wile E. Coyote, they have one thing in common. Watch this episode to find out.
That's so funny.
But when it comes to the Looney Tunes, I love this episode so much. Is that I lost my train of thought. Hold on. Okay,
Yeah,
I got it. I've been waiting for another Looney Tunes movie for a while. Like obviously we got like, you know, another Space Jam. Like I love The Day the Earth Blew Up as well, which was like the first 2D animated feature-length Looney Tunes movie ever, which I thought that was crazy for all this time, going on 90 years and such. But with this particular movie, there was like a moment where I was pissed off, I will say.
Tell me.
It's when it was canceled and shelved after like already having heard about it. Now, I got to ask you, I know you're here. Don't worry. We got you.
I was furious.
Don't worry. But as someone who like...
No, low-key, I know I'm going to get a text later. So just go for it, bro.
Right.
Just go for it.
But I just need to know from like your perspective, like having worked on the movie, like obviously having a great time on this movie, like what was your reaction to the movie kind of like being shelved and not even knowing if it was going to see the light of day?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, what was so crazy was I had just heard, I'd just gotten off the phone and I had heard that the film was testing very, very well. And they were in the middle of testing everything. And then it was like 2 days after I got that call, which was awesome. I was like, great, it's testing well. This is great. I believe we had a release date or like a time frame, you know. Everything was great. I think 2 days after we were told it was testing well, Will called me. And it's like, hey, Lana. And I was like, oh, my God, I heard the great news. I heard that it's testing so well. Oh, my God, like, how great. And he was like, oh, my God.
He knew it. You didn't know.
He knew, and I didn't know. And he was the one that broke the news to me. And he was like, Lana, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I cannot believe I'm the one that has to tell you this. And I went into it with like, hey, Will, oh, my God,
no.
the testing is so great. How great, la, 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 la.
And he's like, damn, I'm going to have to be the one.
It's dead. And I was like, well, he didn't say it's dead, but he was like, something happened. I don't know what's going on, but I got word that our film is not going to come out. And genuinely, my first reaction was like, honest to God, just true confusion. Because I was like, well, I was just told that it was testing well, but truthfully, it is a hybrid film. There's a lot of green screen. There's a lot of work that isn't there on the day.
You're trying to rationalize it.
There's a lot that you don't see that I didn't see. So in my head, I tried to rationalize it. I was like, listen, well, this was the best experience I've ever had on set. I've only been hearing great things, but maybe what I saw in my head just simply we weren't able to land the plane. Maybe that's what it was. So I was just genuinely like just confused and like kind of thought like I don't know. I kind of thought maybe it was like it's easy to kind of think even if it's not right. I was like, is it my fault? Like you go inwards. You're like, how, like what? And I also didn't know that this was allowed. Like this has never happened to me before in my career, so I didn't know
it was like a full movie. Like
I have had a film pulled from a streamer in the dead of night, which was not fun. Moonshot.
I remember. Yep. HBO.
Yeah, but this I didn't know like you could even do this, especially because it was locked. It was completely finished.
Yeah.
And so Will was like, oh my God, like, okay, I can't believe I'm the one that told you this. Listen, I don't really know what's going on. This is what I heard. We're gonna get more information. And then he was like, but there's a funeral screening.
Oh.
which is so depressing.
I've heard about these screenings too.
It's like the most depressing thing in the whole wide world. You're like, what? So we all go a week or a few weeks later, we go to the funeral screening, and, you know, the whole cast was there, and a lot of the crew and like a lot of the filmmakers were there. And I went into it genuinely being like, Lana, prepare yourself to maybe see a crap movie. Because it was shelved, so that's the only reason. In my brain, I'm like, the only reason that you could possibly truly shelve a movie is if it was bad.
Yeah.
In none scenario did I ever think that it was possible that it could be bad, because we have incredible people working on it. But I also was like, you never know.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I went into it thinking like, okay, this might be hard to watch. Just we're gonna go in and whatever. And I left just like devastated.
Because it was good.
It was so good. And I was like, it would have been so much easier to, like, if it was a bad film, to, like, leave and be like, okay, maybe it was a blessing that it didn't come out. No. We left, the credits rolled, and we were, like, furious.
More confused.
Like, so I think, no longer confusion, because now we know that it's well done. Mm-hmm. Now it's just anger. And I think that, you know, it was just a crazy, like, weird thing. But truthfully... And we all, the actors all had a little, you know, everyone had different perspectives on this. But, like, honestly, after seeing the film, I had a little hope. I was like, I just don't believe there's a home for this somewhere. Like, this has to be seen somehow. Like, how do you work on something for years? You put all this effort in. It's actually a good movie. Like, and call me naive or call me blindly optimistic, but I genuinely had a little hope in my heart that it would come out and that someone would care. And like then the fan response was so deafening, and what was so crazy was like they haven't even seen the movie. They're just praying and they're just hoping that it's good. But they supported us like they've seen it, and they've loved it, and it's incredible. The ride or dies. Yeah, and it's so incredible, and I think that like. I don't know. They are the reason why it's coming out, and I think that Ketchup Entertainment really kind of came out of seemingly kind of came out of nowhere and really breathed new life into the film, and so it's quite a miracle that it's coming out. And now, truly, I'm looking at it as a silver lining, because this industry is difficult, and you go through so many ups and so many downs, but this is a real moment. Like, this is a very sobering moment where you get to just sit in your gratitude. There is no. I don't care if anything I really don't care if anything like good or any big opportunities come my way. I just want people to see the film. Take me out of it. Like, I feel like this is the first time also that I have a healthy, almost like I can watch this film and not see Lana. Like I'm like I'm like almost like I'm like, get out of there, get out of there. But like and like truly, like I'm just so excited for people to see this film. It's so much fun. It's so entertaining, and I'm very attracted. Like in all my work, I'm very attracted to just like great paced, entertaining. Yeah,
it's a cool 90 minutes.
Like I love
it's so
that.
Fun. Yeah.
But yeah, it was like crazy. But yeah, all to wrap it up is that. This is an experience where you really get to sit in your gratitude and just be happy that it's coming out. You know, I don't want any. I'm just happy that it's coming out. I'm happy that it's coming out for the fans. Yeah. Because they deserve it, and I hope that they see it in the theaters. I really do. You have to see it with people, with lots of people.
I would love to see it with people. I saw it by myself.
Yeah.
And so I want to see it with like
you want to see it with people.
Yeah. I need to see it with them.
You have to be like, hey, did you see that?
No, because I need to talk to somebody about Falcor Leghorn. Exactly. I need to like lean over and be like, yo, Falcor Leghorn is like. That's 2026 Falcor Leghorn. How great
was John Cena's Tweety Bird monologue?
I didn't pay you to tea. I didn't pay you to tea. I paid you to talk.
He was like, so what did you tea? What did you talk?
So tell me what you talk.
I was like, and I asked him. I was like, I was so impressed by it. So I was like, John, oh my God, like that was amazing. Like that was incredible. How did you do that? And he was like, I speak Tweety. That was his answer, and I was like, yeah.
Sure.
I'll just go, you know?
How great is his improvisational skills on that one? Because I could just see him, just big old, like 6 foot, I don't know, 4, John Cena just going, I speak Tweety. Like,
and dead in the eyes, so serious. Like, I was like giving him a compliment. I was like, hey, that was awesome. And he was like, I speak Tweety. I was like, I feel like the conversation's over. I feel like
That's it.
I feel like I don't know where to go from here, so we'll just move on, I guess.
Not to like sidetrack. I love it when actors do that, whether it's like intentionally to be funny or not.
Yeah.
When it's just the answer is just so simple,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
okay. Like I was interviewing the cast of One Piece for season 2.
Yeah.
And Inaki Godoy, who is like the best, like he's just
the
he
best.
embodies the character of Luffy.
Emily
So,
Rudd. We fell in love on Moonshot. I worked with her on Moonshot. She's incredible.
Don't get me started on
Yeah.
Emily, man. Like, Emily, you know Emily, you're the best. Anyway, but Yaki, who I will also do that for, I was interviewing him, and like I was talking about how Luffy is such like a hard on his sleeve character. Like he's always like very optimistic.
Yeah.
No matter what comes his way, he's just kind of like, all right, let's take it on.
Yeah.
But season 2 was like the first time where we got to see different shades of the Luffy character, because there's a scene where one of the characters puts like emotions on him and he can't control his emotions. So he experiences extreme sadness, anger, like all these other type of things. So I was like, what was it like giving those to a live action Luffy for the very first time? And he was like, you see how you're going like, ooh, he was just kind of like, I'm an actor.
Yeah.
He was like, if you want to know, like if I like dug deep or anything like that, sometimes it's just a spell and you just say the words. He wants to be sad. I could be sad.
Yeah. You know what? That's I think that's very fair. There's sometimes where I'm like I'll work with, all different types of directors, but some directors I think I've had some directors, they're very like verbose and like they're trying to paint a picture for you. So they're very verbose and like they give you so much detail in their direction. But sometimes you're like, do you just want me to go faster or slower?
Right.
That's like,
you said a lot.
just tell me you want to go faster or slower, But yeah, I think that's very valid. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who said it? I think it was Einstein who said, if you can't explain it simply, don't explain it at all.
You know what? And that's why I often just don't speak. Often I'm just like, no, it's not worth it. I'll just, no. In fact, this might be one of my first podcasts I've ever done, actually.
Really?
Like, if not, this is definitely the first time that, this is my first podcast that I've that it wasn't a part of maybe a junket.
Oh, got it. You did your last meal though, right? Like that counts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that kind of counts.
Yeah,
but you're like kind of doing
food.
something. There's like food involved.
Where's my food?
I'm sorry. Postmates didn't get here in time.
He's so good, by the way. He's great. So good. Yeah.
He found your daughter's article. Oh, not your daughter. Your father's article.
Yes, I'm the daughter.
You're the daughter.
I don't have a daughter.
You're the daughter. He found your dad's article.
Yeah, he's so good.
That's prepared.
Yeah, and the food is actually good.
But you chose that food too, so he was like, let's make this an actual last meal worthy.
It's
type
crazy
thing.
how I'm like. There were so many leftovers, and I just do you I asked the crew, I was like, are you guys just always full?
You gotta ask. Yeah. It's like Sean Evans with Hot Ones. It's like,
don't get me started.
Talk to me about your stomach lining, because to eat this amount of spicy,
real.
He can't be.
No, I did.
No.
I did those spicy chicken things with Noah for Hot Ones during the Tall the Boys days.
Yeah.
That
no joke
is so wrong. It is so wrong.
It's low-key torture. I've tried it before.
Oh, what? I did it the other day with the Pretty Lethal cast. What?
I know.
And I finally, I love food, so I always tell my team, whenever we get food opportunities to come in, I always say yes, because it's a fun break in the press day.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, this will be. I've done it twice. I looked at my team in the eyes. I said, never again. That's it. We can't do it. Because the first time I did it, once I finished, we were leaving the studio, and I was saying, thank you guys. Thank you for having me. And then I projectile vomited. I was getting in the elevator, and the elevator doors were closing, and I projectile vomited.
On the elevator door?
On my glam team, on my team, and on Noah. And Noah was right in front of me, and he tried to block me. And then the team was like, we've never had someone vomit on the show before. And I was like, that can't be true. That just can't be true.
I can't be the first.
I also have a high pain tolerance, but then maybe I'm lying to myself. Who knows?
Maybe you're like, oh yeah, I can do this.
Yeah, I always think that I always think that I can. I at least try.
Yeah, you try. You'll try.
I'll try.
You're a Wile E. Coyote.
I'll try.
You're no longer the Batmobile, my friend. You're Wile E. Coyote.
Don't even put that on me. I'm not worthy.
But listen, it will humble you really quick though, because like when I used to work in advertising for a good number of years, and there was these two guys that I worked with, Coco, shout out to Coco, and Gideon. They had this thing where they would buy like the hottest sauces and just keep them on their desk, and if anybody wants to come and try, step up, let's do it.
Kind of like. It's kind of fun. It's like
fun.
Party trip
it's a party
almost.
thing.
It's like you want to feel something? Come here.
And listen, and working in advertising, and it's like late night. We're still at the office. We're like, we need something to like pick up our spirits, right?
Like bulldog, like hot sauce.
And I was like, bro, let's go. Let's do it.
It's kind of amazing. Like I there's something to it. There is something to it.
There has to be a skill because that dude does it every single show and doesn't flinch. I have to get
something's wrong with it.
Ice cream and milk.
Something's wrong.
I think there's something.
There's something wrong. Science needs to study his stomach.
His physiology.
Maybe not something is wrong. Maybe something is right. Is right. He has something.
He's the cure.
The antidote is within him.
It's within him.
Wow.
Sorry, Sean, if you become an experiment after this. It started here on this podcast.
Sorry, dude.
So sorry,
Dang.
buddy. I never met him. I'm saying buddy like I know him like that. But I need to know the answers to this. Okay, so I want to step out of like Coyote versus Acme really quick. There's a lot of, I'm gonna say this. There's a lot of like Marvel things happening right now. And most people may not either remember or they may not. I'm gonna bring it up. You play the wonderful Jubilee.
Yeah.
And I don't even think it was just X-Men Apocalypse either. I think it was just X-Men. Was it just X-Men Apocalypse? Okay, great. I've just been waiting for her for a long time. Yeah. So I just put you in everything. But
well, there was a moment here where she was going to be in Phoenix Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix.
And you didn't. What happened?
You know what? There was talk about it, and I did have the contracts that I signed to had options,
multiples.
But when that conversation was being had, we were kind of weighing like, okay, how much are you really going to use her? And at that time, Tall the Boys. I got the audition for Tall the Boys. Yeah. So, and then I booked Tall the Boys. And so it was a situation of like, crap. Like, I think with X-Men Apocalypse, like, I was just genuinely, honest to God, so happy to be there.
Yeah.
That was my first job ever.
I know. It was your first ever job.
So I was so green. Like, I thought you had to pay for crafty. I thought like I was a minor. I was 17 on that side, and then I turned 18, but so I still had my mom with me. I was so brand new on all of that. And then sorry, I'm losing my train of thought.
You were very green. It was a very great set.
Oh yeah. So I was just very happy to be there. We filmed more Jubilee than she was in the film. Yeah. But I also at the same time knew, even because I was so green, I knew I was like, Jennifer Lawrence is in this film. Lana, you're gonna get, like, if you're lucky, you're gonna get 5 seconds of screen time. And I knew that, and I kind of was like, again, I was just happy to be there. I obviously wanted so much more for Jubilee, and at the time, I thought we were going to get some of that. Right. And so then I think that was the question. It was like, I really, 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 really love Jubilee. I love her so much. I dedicate probably my entire career to her. And I desperately want to play Jubilee again. But I want to be utilized. Yes. And I want it to mean something. And I know it meant something. In Apocalypse. But I think that she's just such a fabulous and phenomenal character. And she's so vibrant and she's so full of vitality and life. And like, you can't reduce that to like, I think there's more. There's just more. She's kind of big. Yeah. And you kind of have to give her that space. And so I every single time, and who knows, this is my own pipe dream, but I keep saying it. But every single time I see anyone from the X-Men family, I'm always like, even like, with especially with the assistants. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, so so crazy. I had Jubilee Lee. I have an idea. What do you think? And they're like, yeah, we bring it up and all these things. So I do believe that maybe there's hope in the future, but I want so much more for her. Yeah. And And that also was my first experience. Again, I was so green to everything. I was in high school when I booked it. I never acted before. Like, I just think that, like, yeah, that whole experience was wild. Like, I just want to, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I want you to be Jubilee again. Like,
I want it for so personal bad. Reasons. Like, Jubilee to me, I for all the reasons that you said, she's vibrant, she's fun. Yeah. She is the light of the X-Men, right? And I remember this very vividly. I remember your part as Jubilee very vividly because, again, I've been waiting for this character in the live action forever. Yeah. And I remember you filmed, you could correct me if I'm wrong, and you could tell me if this is a Mandela effect. I saw some, like, standalone Jubilee promos for the movie, which I was like, oh yeah, Jubilee's coming.
I know.
You know? And so, you know, to see your role, and you were great. Like, you Thanks. Know, you had your, like, let's go to the mall moment. And I was like, that's totally a Jubilee thing. Like, let's go to the mall. Like, hell yeah. And it reminded me a lot of, like, you know, I thought it was going to be like I think his name is Sean Moss, who plays Iceman. I want to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I know his name is Sean Ashmore, who plays Iceman in the earlier films. Yeah. He's only in that movie for like 5 seconds, and he gives Rogue just like a nice little like icicle flower, and then he's like fully in the next couple. Yeah. So I was hoping this was like your Iceman moment.
I know, me too.
I truly think that you can do Jubilee again, and I'm doing this podcast. This is the only reason why you're here. I'm joking.
No, that I honestly thank you.
Like I just need to put this out to Marvel, everyone who's listening, everyone who's watching. Like, let's get Lana back as Jubilee, please.
That would be amazing.
You're recasting the X-Men right now. Yeah. Like, shout out to Samara Weaving, who's now Emma Frost. Like, Jubilee's having a moment in X-Men 97, which is going crazy right now. Like, people need Jubilee.
I know.
And you can do it.
I know I can.
And like
I know I
sorry,
can.
Proof of concept. So I'm just saying, usually people get roles in here, they lie to our faces, and then it gets announced. This one, I truly believe that you do not have it. And
I don't have it. I swear. And like, oh my God.
You're the first one that I believe.
Believable. That is so believable because everyone lies.
Everyone lies to us
time.
Every time, and then weeks later, boom, they get cast in the thing.
Oh God, that would be my dream. So how sad! I wish I was lying to you.
Like,
but maybe in the future.
If you were lying, I'd be clapping. I'd be happy. I'd be like,
you'd be like, wow.
I can see it in your face. Good job, Oscar, for Jubilation. Oscar for Jubilation. I'll tell you this too, and then we can like move on from it. Like, Airbnb was doing like these activations. I don't know if you know about this. They were doing these activations where they were taking like houses and like kind of like redecorating them to be like these iconic houses.
Oh, did they do the mansion?
So they did the X-Men mansion for X-Men 97.
Amazing.
And I was one of the few who got to stay overnight. I got to stay one night. Guess which room I stayed in?
Did you stay in Jubilee's room?
I stayed in Jubilee's
room.
What?
Wait, tell me about it.
It was an incredible. So every other room, it was cool.
What did it look like?
So it looked straight out of like a pop comic book, like 97 thing, which is dope. But it literally looked like it was ripped out of a teenager's room in the 90s. Posters everywhere. Yeah. There was a dial-up computer that you could actually turn on. Yeah. The bed just had like these like very bright pink pillows. One of the most comfortable beds I ever slept on in my life.
Amazing.
There was this old school television that when
did it work?
It worked. Not only did it work, it was one of those TVs that had the VCR connected to it.
Hell yeah.
And if you opened the drawer that it was sitting on, it had X-Men, the original series in the. So I
love the detail.
So I spent the night on the floor watching the actual original X-Men series.
I feel like I can see it.
Yeah.
I feel like I see like baby you.
And it came with a boombox too. It came with the boombox and the Jubilee glasses that she wore.
Did you?
I was playing that boombox.
Were you allowed to keep the glasses? Or
I couldn't keep the glasses. They said put the glasses right back.
Listen, I'm telling you, I believe there's hope. We can do this.
We can do this.
It starts today.
We're doing it now.
We're doing it now.
It starts today.
That's awesome that you stayed there. Yeah, no, I remember like imagine like that being your first set. Like how I mean those sets were gorgeous.
I mean,
they were enormous.
Yeah.
They were like nothing. Honestly, they were. I mean, aside from Alita Battle Angel.
Mm-hmm.
I think X-Men was probably been the most intricate, like, grand built sets that I've ever been on, and it's like.
And then you walk in on set, like you said, and Jennifer Lawrence
works.
Is there.
Yeah.
James McAvoy is there.
Oh.
Michael Fassbender is there. Evan Peters.
Imagine my shock and like. Yeah, just like frozenness where I was like, okay, Lana, you're gonna be so cool. You're just gonna be chill. Everything's gonna be fine. And I remember there was one day I was sitting in the green room, and Jennifer was in there.
Oh, God.
Michael was in there. Evan was in there. And there's someone else was, but I remember just like being like, this can't be. Like,
wrong group.
I'm not, wake up. Like, I just didn't, it was just like the most like, she's right there. Jennifer Lawrence is right there. We're in the same green room. Why?
First movie.
Like, I just like scared, confusion, but also like, I was like, yeah, okay.
There should be a little like separation. I thought this is the A-list room.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I can't believe she's sitting right here, but be cool.
You're right.
So I was just like, yeah, everything's fine. But, I'm like, Mom, cool.
Oh my gosh.
But no, it was, that was crazy.
I had a very similar moment with James McAvoy when I interviewed him for his movie. I believe it was a Speak No Evil.
Okay.
And I got the beautiful opportunity to like talk to him about his movie at like the Universal lot, and it was like really, really cool. And then he messaged me like directly after, and it was like this long like paragraph.
He messaged you directly after.
Directly after. I'm talking like I haven't even left the spot yet. I didn't get in my car.
Do people know this?
People don't know this.
Oh.
I like to, keep it close to the chest. Now, he also voice messaged me very like recently. I'm not gonna say what the voice message said, but
you're famous.
You're
world champion. World champion.
Famous man.
Famous.
Like,
incredible.
Like, I've had a few people that like DM me, and I'm just like, "What's happening? What's life?" But I think he was the very first one
that
like
big one.
Out of nowhere, and it was like a paragraph long too, just nothing but kind words, and I heard it in his voice, in an accent, and I was just like, I think there's a video.
He's like
of
the
me.
He's nicest ever.
He's the sweetest guy.
I worked with him. Well, I did Alita. With him, and I didn't have a lot of like in person like FaceTime with him, but I remember like I saw him at the premiere, and I was like, it's him. I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And I was like, there's no shot he even like knows who I am. Like that, there can't be. Even though I shot this movie for months. Then he turned around and he acted like he had known me forever, and we were close friends, and I was just like. Yes! Like, I just was like overtaken with joy. So I couldn't even imagine getting a paragraph.
There's a video of me of like, because somebody was with me and they recorded me when I saw it, and I was like, I did like the
you
whole
have
like
the recording.
I think it's in my phone in like the depths of it. I need to find it. I bet you if I could like look up James McAvoy in my calendar and then what's the word I'm looking for?
McAvoy. I thought you were talking about Cameron.
Oh no, I wish.
thought you were talking about James
I did meet James Cameron.
This entire time I thought he was getting direct DMs from James Cameron.
Just like Elmer
And
Fudd.
I was like, that's why I was like, you are famous.
Listen, honestly, if
also,
I got a direct deal
James
from James
McAvoy,
Cameron, but James McAvoy.
Truly one of the best actors alive.
Her story was about James Cameron.
Her story is about James Cameron.
That's what we need to say.
I know. That's what I'm realizing now. Because now, in my head, I was saying James McAvoy do this. Now it's James Cameron doing this.
So hold on. Who's famous?
Oh
no.
No, it's yeah.
I mean, God, it's like no, not me.
No, listen.
I'm sweating. But James McAvoy, oh my God, that's amazing.
No,
I'm not surprised. He's the nicest person ever. He gave me the best piece, my first acting advice from a famous person. I asked him for some advice, and he said at the time, he said, always have a secret. When you're acting, always have a secret. Because it makes the audience lean in, because they can sense that there's something that you're holding back. So it makes them lean in, and they care more about you. They're focused on you. They want to analyze you and understand you more.
Yeah.
If you have a little bit of a secret behind your eyes. Incredible. I was like, thank you, sir.
You guys just got taught by acting teacher James McAvoy, who was speaking through Lana Condor on the podcast Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy.
That's
so
right.
all actors listening to this are about to eat so good. Lana, this has been so great talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
I could have talked to you for like so much longer.
I know. I can't. I could have too. And I'm glad that we're going to stop because we could really be here for hours.
Sometimes you got to cut it off.
We haven't even dipped into like not my work. Just like
we didn't even dip into the video game
just
conversation.
videos, games.
Oh my God.
Just life.
You have a YouTube channel, for God's sakes.
That died.
Yeah.
That's dead.
It's dead?
I haven't been on that in a minute.
What?
I think I archived a lot of it. I
Okay.
loved it. I started the YouTube channel during COVID because I was having the most fun ever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but you're a big time actor who don't have time for YouTube channels anymore.
I want to go back though. It was fun.
You
I
should.
felt like I was like, I want something for myself.
Yes.
That I can control and that is mine.
Mm-hmm.
And in this industry, you do like there's not like at least in the work.
Mm-hmm.
You give yourself and you give all of your talents and all of your gifts, you give them out to the people and you hope and you really, 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 really hope that it's received. But like, I think that as I get older in this industry and as I'm far more seasoned than, when I started off, I'm realizing like, I want something that's mine, that's just mine. And I don't know, YouTube is, truthfully, that's not going to be it because that's still, but like, I care so much now about
ownership
and making sure that my individuality is still a thing and that ownership.
I love what you're saying. That's why this podcast exists.
Yeah,
this is literally like the reason why it exists, because being a content creator, like a lot of my opportunities came from like waiting for someone to give them to me. And like you're like you said, you're just putting out these things and hoping someone sees it and goes like, hey, we want to pick you for this thing.
Absolutely.
Where I was like, this I can own, like the conversations, the talking, and like this is something that's like mine.
And to your point, and I know we're rambling, but I just got to put this in. To your point, my husband the other day, he showed me, he's a big Star Wars fan, and I'm totally going to mess this up, but you might know, there's this big Star Wars fan online, and he has so many, like he's millions and millions of followers. I guess he put $1 million of his own money into, and he funded his own like Star Wars fan fiction.
Oh, wow.
And I think it's a trio. I mean, it's 21 minutes. The second part just dropped. It's 21 minutes, but it's like the comment section is like every filmmaker's dream.
Yeah.
And it's this man who's the strongest fan ever, who knows Star Wars like the back of his hand, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be mine, and then it's gonna be yours. But I'm gonna have control. And I thought that was the coolest thing. I was like,
it's
and there
beautiful.
are so many people in the comments that are like, oh, it was so awesome. But yes, podcast, yes.
Listen, when you find that thing,
yeah,
I'm gonna be there.
Thank you.
Catching the light gleaming off of you that
Thank
day.
you.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what it's gonna be. I hope it's food related.
I think it should be.
I think it could be.
I think it I think it should be.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna end this on.
Yeah.
And then like this, like the part 2 will be you and your
interviewing
new, like,
you
over food.
With food. Dang, that's Mythic Kitchen though.
True. You can find another twist.
I'll find a twist.
Mythic Kitchen isn't Hot Ones, which isn't
I'll find a twist.
You'll find a twist to it.
We got this.
A lot of Condor's food. A lot of Condor's kitchen.
That's right.
Condor's kitchen. I'm sorry.
Condor's kitchen.
Oh my God.
Cooking. We're cooking.
We've
been cooking this entire episode.
This
not
whole
for nothing.
episode. Batman is Wile E. Coyote. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening to this latest episode of Get Wrecked with Straw Hat Goofy. Make sure you check out this podcast on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts at. And as always, can I be your movie guy?